Hey there, and welcome to Unit 10, Topic 9, Finding the Surface Area of Solids. All right, so we have the formula sheet, the pieces that we're going to need. All right, so let's get started. The first question says, you have a square pyramid that is 4 meters tall and has a base that is 6 feet long. So first I want to fix this. These should agree. We should have the same units. So hopefully your paper doesn't say this. Let me go ahead and fix that to say feet. All right, so the first thing we need to do is think about perimeter of the base, okay, and the area of the base. So those are the two things that we're going to need to find. So I'm going to draw the best that I can. Well, basically, it should be a square, but it looks more like a rectangle. But I'm going to kind of draw here, just so you see that you should sketch, and also it doesn't have to be that good. Oh, that's really bad. Maybe I can redo that one side. All right, so let me just draw that down here. So here is my pyramid, sort of. Okay, so remember it said that we had 4 feet tall and had a base that measured 6 feet long. All right, so that means all these base sides are 6 feet. 6, 6. Oh, just, it's not me, I promise. It's the pen. It's having some trouble. 6, 6, and then this guy in the back is of course 6. So the perimeter of the base is just adding all the sides together. Okay, so we've just got 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. We're just adding up all the sides of this base all the way around. So our perimeter is going to be 24, and we have only feet. Okay, I've changed that meters to feet. Okay, so the perimeter is 24 feet. All right, the next thing that we need is the area of the base. Okay, the area of a square or a rectangle is just length times height. Okay, and so when I'm talking about the base, I'm talking about this bottom part. Oh God, I'm talking about this bottom part down here. Okay, just like where it's sitting. All right, so if it was like a tent or something, like the floor where you'd be sitting, that's what I mean when I'm saying base. The area of the base is just going to be length times width, which in this case, since it's a square, they're both going to be 6. So we've got 36 feet. And since we're talking about area, we're going to put a square there. All right, so those are the two things we need. The real question that it's asking me is how many square feet of paint are needed to cover this entire pyramid? All right, so if I'm trying to cover the whole pyramid, then I'm like going up here on the sides, going down the front, going across the bottom, going down the back. I'm covering the whole thing in this beautiful green paint. Okay, so I need to know the surface area. All right, so surface area is equal to, remember I'm talking about the square pyramid, that's this guy. So it's equal to 1/2 times L, okay? Well, L is the slant height. L is like this over here, all right? Which I do not have. Now, bear with me here. We have a right triangle hidden here. So we have this, which is the height, which we know, and this, which is like half of one of the sides. So in this case, it'd be 3. And then here was our slant height. So I'm going to draw that triangle down here. Okay, so remember it said that it was 4 feet tall. It had a base that's 6 feet. So this is like coming out of the middle. So this is only going to be 3. And then I'm looking for this L, okay? So if you can see up here in the picture, the L is going down the side. It's called the slant height, all right? And I don't know it, but it's easy to find because it's a right triangle, okay? So this is a right triangle because this height and this piece right here make a right angle. So I'm just looking for L. Now I can use Pythagorean theorem I can do my hypotenuse squared equals 3 squared plus 4 squared and solve it like that. 4 squared, not 45 squared, 4 squared, and then I can solve it. But I can also remember that I had these Pythagorean triples. So maybe you remember those, maybe you don't. If you don't, just finish solving here. You've got 9 plus 16, which is 25. You have your L squared, so you'll want to take the square root. Right? So L is 5, but maybe you remember your Pythagorean triples, and a 3, 4, 5 is one of those triples. Okay, so in any case, the slant height is going to be equal to 5. So it's 1/2 times the slant height times the perimeter, which was nice, I already did that, plus the base, 36. All right, and now I just need to math this to figure out the rest. And it's 1/2 times 5 plus 24. I'm sorry, 1/2 times 5 times 24 plus 36. So type that all in just like you see it, and you should get 96. And again, we're talking about area, surface area, lateral area, any kind of area is going to be feet squared, meters squared, whatever the unit is squared. All right, second example. I have a triangular prism, all right, and they're asking me to wrap it. So this is like a present I'm going to wrap for somebody, and I need to find the minimum amount of wrapping paper. Okay, so basically I just want to barely cover it. I don't want like extra, you know, like on the sides, fold it up a whole bunch. All right, so the first thing is we've got this. We've got this triangular prism. Okay, this is the shape we're talking about right now. Triangular prisms have a triangle as their base, right? So here is the base. It's not sitting on that, so you sort of have to visualize that this is its base. It's going to have 2 of it, all right? It could be flipped up the other way, and that might make more sense, but it's not, so I just have to think about it. But this is its base, okay? This triangle right here, all right? So the first thing I need to do is I need to find the big B, all right? So I need the area of the base, all right? Area of the base is going to be 1/2 base times height because I'm talking about a triangle here. So this is the base, okay? This is little b, and this is h, the height of that triangle. So big B, remember, is area of the base. 1/2 times the base, little b, okay? Big B, area of the base, little b, just base, times height. Okay, so I'm going to work that all out, and I've got 1/2 times 12 times 16, so I'm going to get 96 for that. Okay, 96, and what are we talking about? Okay, centimeters squared. All right, so my surface area is going to be up here, height of the prism. So the height of the prism is like the piece that connects the 2 bases together. Okay, so that's 10, the height of the prism, times the perimeter. All right, what's perimeter? 12 plus 10 plus 12. Oh, no, I'm sorry, the base. My bad. Let me get back here. Okay, so the perimeter is, you've got your 16. Let me get a different color. Perimeter of the base, you just add all 3 sides. 16 plus 12 plus this, which I could find if I needed to, but it's the same. It gives it to me on this side, so it's 20. So the perimeter is just going to be 16 plus 12 plus 20. Okay, so in the first problem, it kind of like walked me through and told me what I was going to need to find. On this one, I'm kind of just finding out as I go what I need. So perimeter 16 plus 12 plus 20 is 48, so that goes here. Perimeter is 48. All right, next thing is plus to big B. Remember, big B is the area of the base. Okay, so I needed height, which is the piece that connects this base to this base. It could be this, could have been the base, because they're the same. So when I work that all out, I'm going to math it all up, and I get 672 centimeters squared. All right, and we're actually going to skip this one because, as you can see, it's two different shapes. It's half a sphere and a cone. So it's actually conjoined solids, which is our next section. So this is a nice picture of something we're going to talk about